All right, so when you've been touching bases on this thing that I do here, I'm not just somebody that just jumped into this. It sounds like a good riddle. I live this life. And in living this life, you do a lot of interaction with court personnel, judges, the federal courts, ethics committees, attorneys, lawyers, and of course, I went to law school, professors. So before I do this video, I'm gonna start off by saying, please share this video, like this video if you don't do nothing else. I often get asked, why don't this channel have a lot of more views? I don't know why I'm asked. You gotta hit the like button. When you hit the like button, everything is algorithm based. There's not a bunch of people in YouTube sitting in there saying, suppress this guy's videos. You guys gotta hit the like button. You guys don't share. You guys don't, you know, I can have 100 views and two likes. So I understand it's up to the people that been through this to like this. So it's up to y'all. It ain't up to me. I make the content. I think it's hitting content, but I can go down to content and look at somebody do a video on teaching how to clean up dog poop, and it has 1,000 views. I don't have 1,000 views making videos, but it's because of you guys. It's up to y'all. You need us for a consultation? Please just text $50 consultation. I'm ready to 732-875-9111. That information will be below the video. Get a lot of people that text us and get blocked. They text us and they text us, oh, yeah, because she this and she that and this and all that. Lydia gonna block you. All right? Don't text us your issue. When you text $50 consultation, I'm ready. When she asks you Venmo, PayPal, or whatever, don't say, hey, I already paid. And then she say, how you already paid? I haven't sent you our information. And then you screenshot or something. Pay Lydia Walker $50. She gonna say, that's not me. So just allow the process to play out when you're asked. So one thing I noticed real early is that is the thing that a lot of you guys noticed when you go to court. And that is, a lot of you guys go to court and you allow hearsay and you allow what the woman say to be the topic of discussion. When you go to court and the woman say he sells drugs, and the judge says, is that true? Do you sell drugs? And then you sit up there and you get into it. The second that woman invites a negative narrative to y'all situation, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. A lot of you guys, you go to court and you argue and talk in court like you talk in real life. I can't blame y'all because I'm the same way. But my perspective and narrative when I go to court, and like I tell y'all, I am not, under no circumstances, going to allow an answer to lies. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go to court and get asked any questions. I know how to answer to that. My attitude won't allow it. Let's just say that more than anything. But I want to talk to you guys about the narrative. Wow. Jesus Christ, man. I want to talk to you guys about their narrative of women and how when it's time to go to court, this narrative that women have is a beautiful narrative. And it's beautiful because the courts have built cases and have gotten fathers out of children's lives based on the lies that a woman tells. So what I'm telling you here today is on this Friday, the 2nd of May, what I'm telling you today is the courts allow a woman's lies to be law. They do. So, let me break it down to you like this. There aren't any laws that govern family court. So if there are no laws, governing family court, how does the court come up with what they're going to do to decide how to get you out of the child's life? And here comes the woman with the nonsense, and you fall for it. You do. You fall for it. So, because there aren't any laws governing family court, the courts need the woman to start the dialogue and get the dialogue in motion. The courts rely on the woman to start with the nonsense for them to say, oh, well, she said it. And because she said it, we didn't say it, so the liability is not on us for believing it. She said it. So what the courts do is they don't do anything, and this is something that family court allows that no other court allow, and that is hearsay. The courts need hearsay, like I said, to get the case in motion. They need that. So you guys, you go to court. Let me lay it out for you. You go to court, and this woman starts with the nonsense. And because you don't object to it, or because you have cut the woman off, because you know, they will do, let me say this. It is not illegal for them to trick you. If the judge tell you stop talking because you went out of line, I don't blame them. You guys don't take proper court curriculum to court. You guys wing it. You guys don't do a consultation. And Lydia tell you every time you do a consultation, write down everything you want to ask. Write it down so you don't forget. Because when you do a consultation with me, you should be like, what is this? How should I say that? But if what's that? That's why my consultation is successful. It's kind of like a dry run to go into court. So because you don't say the proper things in court, the judge tell you stop talking. And when the judge tell you stop talking, he never tells you you can talk again. When he tells you and get your testimony under control, that's when you fail. Like I said, when he gets your testimony under control, that's when you fail. So what do I mean when I say get your testimony under control? He lets you violate one law and then tells you stop talking, be quiet, and you go quiet. And then that's when the mother, that's when your baby mama or your ex-wife get to rambling off a bunch of stuff that ain't true. And as long as you don't challenge it, it becomes the truth. All right? Just know that. As long as you don't challenge it, it becomes... Why is this thing doing this? Okay. Like I was saying, as long as you don't challenge it, it becomes the truth. So now the mother, the baby mama, got all these lies in place. And the judge is going to tell you, or when you dealing with us, the judge is going to tell the federal courts, well, the mother came to court and said this, this, and this. And then I'm going to ask you to, you know, when you hire us, of course, I'm going to say, let's get the transcripts. And I'm going to look at the transcripts. And I'm going to just look at the transcripts. And I'm going to see all your flaws. I'm going to see how you put your own foot in your mouth and destroyed your own case. I'm going to see it in the testimony. As I'm reading what she say, and then you say, and then the judge say, and then she say, and then you say, and then you can't say nothing because you oughta say it, said, and then they're gonna tell you blah blah blah, and then I'm gonna be looking at it. I'm gonna be looking at it. I'm gonna be like, yeah, shut up. So then what happens? Now there's a bunch of lies. And the courts like to use the mother's testimony as law. They like to use their lies as law. And I want to be clear about something. And I mean crystal clear. You cannot, under circumstances zero, then turn around and say, yeah, but they told me this and all that. Just know that. Listen, let me go left for a second. I spent about $80,000, or should I say about $80,000 was spent for me to go to law school. Then I dropped out. 80 grand. In addition to about $80,000 spent, I went to classes for 2 years. I've learned. I had one-on-one. I failed classes. I took classes over. I invested a lot in me and what it took to be successful at this thing. And I just watch and listen to a lot of you guys just act as if with no experience, you have a baby with a woman, and then she say, I'm gonna take you down to court, and then you think that there's a victory in going to court one time, not knowing anything, not being through it before, not knowing proper etiquette, not knowing when it's time, not understanding faults and errors, not understanding nothing. I just don't understand it. I don't. Another story. So you guys allow the court system to dog walk you to your demise. You allow that. You allow that. I'm gonna tell you guys something that you might have forgot. Maybe I haven't said it in a while. I'm never losing. It's not happening. Not happening. Not interested in losing. It's not happening. I'm not interested in losing. It's not gonna happen. I'm not losing in life. I'm not losing in health. I'm not catching cancer. I'm not going to be sick. And it's not happening. None of that's going to happen to me. Not happening. Not happening. I'm going to stay on top. I'm going to stay on top. For individuals that watched me over the years, you've seen my change. You've seen my growth. I'm not losing. It's not happening. You've seen my saying. You've seen a lot of individuals rock this thing and get fat and out of shape. Not happening to me. I'm 56. It ain't happening. It's not. So that's what my clients get when they hire us. Losing, not an option. Not happening. All right? Just know that. So the woman, like I said, she just keep doing what the courts allow and love for her to do. And that is lie. She puts these lies in motion. And because you don't know how to challenge them, because you don't have proper court etiquette, you don't have none of that, these lies now become law. And because these lies become law, you're now fighting an uphill battle. Somebody find Atia LaShawn Bradley and ask her, how did that work out well for her, challenging me? How did that work out? It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. And I'm gonna go left again. Forgive me for getting off topic. I'm gonna go left again. I'm gonna go left again. Part of your childhood and the vigor and energy that you're rolling with as an adult is the reason why you move the way you do as an adult. Whatever, I don't know. Like I tell individuals, I'm the youngest of 4 boys. My brother used to have Kid Christmas holiday. I can't tell you. I can't tell you how many times I heard, I'm gonna kick your ass when I'll leave. And guess what? When my mother left, I got my ass kicked. I used to get my ass kicked on a schedule. Not happening no more. Just know that. That's why my vigor and my fight is the way it is. And when you hire us, that's what you get. Part of this war that you guys are fighting, part of this war is helping when these lies are now part of your these lies are now part of your loss. There's a narrative that you got to understand. If any part of the court process is false, then the entire process must be thrown out. It's kind of like when you get a ticket and it's wrong. The car was parked on 11th Street and they got 12th Street. You say, hey, the car was parked in 123 11th Street and you had the car parked at 123 12th Street. And 123 11th Street is abandoned lot. And you can prove that there is no 123 11th Street. There isn't one. It's got to be right. That's the same perspective and narrative in every court. You heard it in O.J. Simpson, that the glove don't fit, then you must acquit. You've heard this narrative in every court. And for some reason, you guys don't believe it in family court. In family court, you guys allow all these lies. A ticket with incorrect information is a lie. You hear it all the time when they say you can get inconsistent errors removed off your credit report. You hear it all the time. But for some reason, you guys allow a woman to go to court and ball out lie, and you guys just be like, oh, well, there's nothing I can do about it. Well, why am I telling you you can? My consultations, retaining us on our monthly retainer, is having access to everything that happens in family court. I know the answer. Everything. I know the answer. Not because I'm going to take a guess at it. Not because I seen the video. Because I went to school for law. I educated myself. I educate myself. I'm not allowing nobody to tell me no nonsense. I'm not allowing nobody to tell me nothing. I have educated myself. And my education worked. Look at this idiot. $83 degrees outside. You're driving with their windows down. I'm heading out to the Cheesecake Factory in Virginia Beach. Just gonna enjoy my day. I'm gonna get me some enjoyment out of the day. But first, I have to stop at the BMW dealer. Heading over to Checkered Flag BMW. This truck is a diesel, so I have to get some DEF fuel, some diesel emissions fuel. My system is telling me that I got 421 miles until this vehicle will not start. So I have to get some diesel emissions fuel for my DEF system. Oh, I messed up. So I have to get that. So I'm on my way there. And I'm just gonna really, it's Friday, I'm enjoying myself. But I'm telling you guys, a lot of you guys, you got the answers, but you don't know how to execute. If I can't tell you nothing in this video that I can tell you guys all the time, nothing happens without a motion. You are saying nothing in court if you don't file a motion. You're not saying anything. You're not. I promise you. You're not, oh, I'm gonna just go down there and say. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You don't, I'm gonna just go down there and say. That is not how court works. Let me explain to you how court works. This is why I put so much emphasis on doing a consultation. At least, if not all anything, let us answer your case for you. Let us answer it. If not nothing else, I want you to check out what I'm about to say. When the way you testify in court, this is why I filed a video yesterday saying, don't say nothing when you go to court. Don't think you gotta say something. Don't think she's gonna lie. You, oh, I better answer. No. So, like I said yesterday, when you file a motion, okay, your motion is like the book cover. Your testimony is the pages in the book. Make sense? Make sense? Your testimony is the book cover. I'm sorry. Your motion is the book cover. It tells the courts, it gives them a title of what you're going to talk about. And then your testimony when you go to court are the pages in the book. All right? If you go to court and just talk without answering, they can say, no, we can't let you talk about that. You didn't file a motion. This is why a lot of you guys get tricked and dog walked into your loss. You hear anybody else telling you that? This is why you get dog walked into your loss. Your loss is your fault. It is. Your loss is your fault. A lot of you guys, when you guys do a consultation with me and I break things down to you, you say, oh shit, you see, I didn't know that. But then you'll say, yeah, I've been listening to you for a year. And I'll be like, you've been listening to me for a year. You've been listening to me for a year. I say, you've been listening to me for a year, and that didn't jump out at you. That you didn't get that. A lot of you listen to my videos, and you say, you know, I can go there and execute. People, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. This is what I'm gonna help you understand something. When you go to family court, what you want to do is stay on offense. The second she gets you on defense, you have no more control. What we do here, we keep you on offense. We keep you on offense. You're not under circumstances zero gonna be sitting there like a sitting duck, waiting for them to file something and then we respond to it. We want to keep you on offense. We want to file charges on the judge. We want to do all that. So when you go to court, you see success. You see success. Let me tell you this. Then I'm gonna end this thing here. I'm gonna break this down to you. I'm cocky, I'm arrogant, I am my father, I'm humble. This is why I never have to eat a slice of humble pie. I told y'all that. I speak on this a lot. But when you fucking with me, what I'm not gonna do is be nice under the context of, when you fucking with me, I'm gonna continue to be nice to you, so I'm gonna stop you from fucking me. Nope, when you're fucking with me, I'm gonna take my arrogance to an all-time high, because you're not gonna do nothing with me. I remember one time, you know, I got a lot of cars. I got 7 cars. My insurance is $1,099 a month. And this is May, I think like February. My insurance was due to expire the next day. And I remember I opened up the app and it was like a big thing jumped at me. Your insurance is due by 12/01. Pay this or blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, sweat. And I paid it. But the intensity of what the app did, the algorithm, because like I said, people ain't sitting there making that. I just said to myself, it's only $1,099. But then I had to realize, no, it's not only $1,099. That is money that people don't have. Money that people don't have. The reason why you guys lose when you go to court is because you don't have the cocky, the arrogance, and the confidence. The cocky, the arrogance, and the confidence. Confidence. I remember I was in federal court one time. And in federal court, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, you're up at the, I told you guys about it. You're up at the judge's bench. You don't sit back away from him. You're up at the bench. And I remember one time I filed some paperwork in federal court, and the prosecutor was like, you filed this? I said, yeah. You filed this? I said, yeah. You filed this document right here. And I turned and looked at him right in front of the judge. I said, yeah, I did it, man. Why you keep asking me, man? What are you? I said, I filed this for the court. I said, I don't file this for you. I'm filing for the court. And the judge was looking at me like, okay, calm down. And the judge was giving me this look like, obviously this guy ain't scared. Obviously this guy knows it. Yeah. And that's what I'm getting at with you guys. You guys, when you fight in the courts, you need to fight the courts with your hanging. I'm talking about your balls dangling. So I'm not the type of person that's going to wait until the end and then stomp and then dance on your face. I'm not that type of person. I'm the type of person that I'm not type of person where I'm going to help you understand as it's going along. I got this victory in the bag. Let's be clear. I got this victory in the bag. I'm not going to wait till it's over. I'm gonna I used to text the Tia LaShawn Bradley on a case-by-case basis, on the as we went to court basis. I didn't wait until, let me wait until I get to ultimate endgame. Let me tell you something. Like I said, my perspective and narrative is I'm not losing. I told you that, right? Didn't I tell you that? Yeah. Okay. I'm not losing. Not happening. I'm not losing. I'm not losing. Ain't happening. So I'm going to help you understand as we go along. And I want to be clear where the origins of my narrative is coming from. The origins of my narrative is coming from the fact that, y'all gonna love this. I didn't do nothing to nobody. Yeah, I didn't do nothing to nobody. I didn't do nothing to nobody to have to sit here and now act like I committed a crime. I committed a crime. I did something wrong. I don't have to do that. So I'm not going to sit up in court and act like, oh, if I don't, I better be nice, or I better be all these things, or I'm going to get this handed to me. I don't give a fuck about none of that. So if I'm y'all and a woman lies on me in family court and y'all seen this video, y'all got a one up. You can say, hey, you lied in family court today, and send laughing emojis, and then hit your keypad, your telephone keypad, in the sequence of 732-875-9111. Text us $50 consultation. I'm ready, and just smile. 'Cause I promise you, you will not lose.